Austria took over from Bulgaria on July 1st to 18 and will be followed by Romania at the end of this year. These 6 months term falls into a period of significant geopolitical change and tension in the European Union. Priorities for Austria are the following issues. A, conclusion of the Brexit negotiation between the UK and the European Union. B, an acceptable solution and roadmap for future handling of and monitoring of legal immigration and preventing illegal immigration. C, creating political and economic stability in the 6 non-European Balkan countries and achieving full integration of these countries into the European Union. We are talking about Serbia, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Albania, Montenegro, future North Macedonia and Kosovo. Austria is supporting the acceptance of these 6 countries into the EU, subject to a catalogue of conditions. Time will tell if this is a wise policy. D, stabilizing the crisis in the Ukraine. Austria is concerned about the confrontation between the EU and Russia and would like to see a free and stable Ukraine with normalized diplomatic ties to the EU and Russia. So the second subject I would like to cover is the present government. The present Austrian government is a coalition of the Center Party, ÖVP, Austrian People Party, and the FPÖ, a right of the Center Party. Head of the government is Federal Chancellor Sebastian Kurz, the youngest head of any European Union country. He's 33 years old. Chancellor Kurz is doing an excellent job navigating our small but very affluent and stable country through the complexities of the EU and complexities in the relationship with our eastern neighbors, in particular Russia, a little bit with Hungary, Ukraine, and also some of the Balkan states. There are no important elections in 2018 and 2019 in Austria, so dear Austrian fellow citizens, you can relax. You don't have to vote the next 12 months. However, in May 2019, we have the European Parliament elections, and you all can elect your favorite candidate for the Austrian candidate for the European Parliament. The third issue I would like to cover is the refugee issue. This is a very sensitive subject for all Austrians. Austria and 10 other European Union countries have absorbed between 2015 and 2018 a wave of more than 1.8 million refugees. In 2015, Austria alone had approximately 90,000 refugees requesting asylum. In 2016, 42,000, to 17, 24, and to 18, a bit less. These refugees originate from Syria, Afghanistan, Iraq, but also from Yemen, Pakistan, North and Central Africa. Many are political refugees from war-torn areas, but the number of economic refugees is rising, in particular from African countries. Austria's previous government was very accommodating to the refugees. The present government has initiated a series of measures to better monitor and integrate the large amount of refugees. Although it is at this point not clear how adequate housing, schooling and integration into the labor force or integration into the social structure of Austria can be achieved. Presently, 10.7% of the Austrian population has foreign citizenship. The success of the right-wing party, FPÖ, in Austria is to a large extent a consequence of many Austrians wanting to see a more controlled method of returning and accepting refugees. And this is, I think, symptomatic for most European Union countries right now. The fourth subject I would like to cover is the relationship between the US and Austria. The relationship between the United States and Austria is excellent. We have no real issues of contention. Although many Austrians are watching with a certain degree of anxiety how the tariff negotiations and potential agreements will impact Austrian exports to the United States. The United States is the second largest trading partner of Austria after Germany. Many Austrian companies are studying now the advantages and disadvantages of manufacturing in the US, that's what Donald Trump likes to see, in order to avoid the complications of tariff agreements. And this could lead to a significant increase of Austrian companies operating in the United States and in the Southeast in particular. The last subject, ladies and gentlemen, is the Austrian community in the Southeast. In my territory, which is Georgia, Alabama, and Tennessee, we have approximately 60 Austrian companies in manufacturing and distribution. And I guess we have approximately 1,000 to 2,000 Austrian citizens with Austrian passports. However, I do not know how many there are exactly, because Austrians are not required to register at the consulate. There's no mandatory requirement. And historically, Austrians tried to avoid to deal with the government. So I only meet my fellow countrymen when there is serious trouble. Or an Austrian National Day in my house. But I can only invite the Austrians I know and their names and their addresses. So please tell your friends, your Austrian friends, if they want to be included in the guest list of Austrian events, they have to visit me and give me their names. Dear fellow Austrians and friends of Austria, thanks very much for joining us tonight. And I hope we all see each other in 1 year, healthy and in good spirits. Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Austrian trade